Life is tricky. Welcome again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast. Thanks for just your viewership. I appreciate it. I don't got I'm a small operation, so like I gotta take what you can get. But if you're tuning in and you watched the intro, uh, yeah, if you're tuning in, yeah, you watched the intro. That opening was brought to you courtesy of Mr. Terrell Lucky John. Yeah, man, this is a fun story about that. I was on my way traversing from Atlanta back to Ohio and happened to record that video. And prior to that, like, I was just like in the city. I remember I was just cruising at night in Atlanta, and I was kind of like, I was like one foot in my emotions and one foot kind of like, yeah, I really, everything gonna be all right. And then I happened to have the radio on, and that commercial came on, and that was like the first time I heard it. It was like at night, and I was like, wow. I remember listening to it. I was like, "What the fuck is this, man? This is like this is like like the commercial. It was little. It was it was up there for what was supposed to be like a car commercial. Because even like regular TV commercials don't bring that kind of heat. So like I definitely appreciated that. I tried to record it then, but I couldn't get it in time. But on my way back, I was like, "Oh, okay, I got to do it now." So yeah, but yeah, life is tricky. But other than that, man, yeah, it's been like about a month since I last recorded. Yeah, I think it's been interesting. Like I'm just getting it together, trying to hopefully I can pump out more episodes if people cool with that. I said last week, I'm just letting y'all know going into it, there's gonna be like a even more. This is already a laid back podcast, but this one is gonna be probably even like a little bit more, and we're gonna be talking about like just more pop culture stuff and stuff I've been watching and sharing my opinions on that or whatever. So before we get into it, I am gonna bring up something that's been kind of like low key, kind of just rubbing me the wrong way, and it's with YouTube. And for those who don't know, okay, so I'm pretty sure some people are educated on the algorithm. If you're not, do your research. Okay, you just do your research, and after you get done, hopefully you don't have some kind of existential crisis about it. But yeah, so I got one. I got like I got several YouTube accounts, right, and they all kind of like serve their own different purposes. Like, I got my Unoism channel, but I'm not like looking up stuff or whatever. I don't really interact with that. I just use it purely for uploading. The other ones, I got one mainly for kind of like keeping up with news and stuff. But lately, probably about a week or couple weeks ago, I stopped getting like stuff on my YouTube feed, and it's like, hey, if you cut your history on, we'll show you some stuff. And I'm like, the fuck? Cause like for a while, I was already kind of getting like my YouTube, but the algorithm on this specific channel, because I got another one that's just for like just bullshit, video games, etc., etc. But this one in particular, like kind of like had a lot, like it was more up to date on things as far as like news and that kind of stuff, news, science, developments, and other kind of somewhat important bullshit. But yeah, man, like it's not showing me anything, and yeah, so and I'm looking at the screen because I'm like, bro, like I gotta cut my history on, like what the fuck? Because all right, so the thing is that the login screen is actually the search. Whatever you type in that box while you logged in, possibly even while you logged out, is actually like the actual like YouTube login screen. Yeah, I've done like a few experiments, man. Like, cause you can You type some stuff into that bar. Why don't you try? You do a little experiment yourself, right? Go somewhere you never logged into and just start looking up stuff that you normally do in your algorithm and see what pops up. That's just me. Hey, you can try it out. You might be a little bit surprised. Like, oh wow, computer, I never logged into you before. How the hell do you know? I digress. This is just some personal accounts on my side. You ain't gotta believe me. You ain't gotta try it. Maybe they might even change it up by the time this episode come out. So I'm just putting the information out there. But yeah. So yeah, that's my thing. They need the YouTube. They gotta get this shit together, man. Like I'm telling you, man. Like homeboy CO out here, bro. You might have to catch these. might have to catch these hands, man. Jesus, bro. Like it's already like it's so much stuff going on right now. Like we just somebody need to like need something. Throw a dog a bone. Damn. Need something, man. I'm tired. Like everything you sign up for, every fucking little digital anything you sign up for, got a little rug pull, just waiting to fucking happen. That's just the game, bro. We out here just feeding the fucking beast, I guess. But anyways, on other lighter news, One Piece dropped last month, so let's get into that. One Piece live action dropped last month, and I tried so hard not to binge watch it, bro. But like, I think I did it. Like, I think I finished it over a course of maybe like 3 4 days, and I gotta give myself like a pat on the back for that because it was an effort. But yeah, man. Like first day, I think I did like 3 episodes, and then like as they got late and 9 o'clock or whatever, I was like, I think I got, man, I might just do one more episode, or it was either that or go to sleep like a responsible adult, and nah, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I watched One Piece. I'll be quick, man, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Let me get my notes together. One Piece live action. It was pretty good. First season was pretty cool. Um, I mean, it's live action, man, and I could make a whole nother video about just like previous disappointments. Like we got Cowboy Bebop. I didn't really have any expectations, but it's still I mean it was yeah it wasn't all that great, all that great. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard, bro. Like people don't. I don't know who they like when they get people to make these shows. I don't think they click that like the material already speaks for itself. Like if you can get it and you can just get people to do it like exactly as is before you start getting other ideas to remix shit. Like I think it'll it may not be like the greatest, but it'll be better than it'll establish some kind of baseline. And I think at least One Piece, I think they kind of got that figured out. But they standing on top of like the shoulders of like some other a lot of other shows had the crawl, so One Piece could walk. So there's that, man. Gotta give credit where credit is due. I remember back in the day, I remember live action Mortal Kombat, the TV series. I used to watch that. It was booty, bro. They spread it out. Like it was too spread out, dog. Like all the stuff you wanted to see like was stretched over like just several episodes, which was all like hit or miss. Characters, just a lot of character development and stuff just didn't work out. I remember just being a kid, just being so upset because the movie is still to this day probably like the best like live action video game movie. Well, for it, like as far as like just kind of like establishing some kind of baseline. Forget my lack of words, but yeah. So yeah, cool movie. Might check it out again. But yeah, One Piece. Yeah, One Piece. They've been doing a good job. As far as my gripes, well, let me start off with the good stuff. All right, because first and foremost, the dude who played Wapple this season, he did a very good job. I think he brought that character to life. I think his name was Rob Coletti. I think that might be Italian or whatever. Who knows? But yeah, Rob Coletti, he brought the fire, man. Like I definitely like he brought the right amount of like assholeness to the character too, and it was definitely like a little bit above what I expected to see because I was expecting like not I wasn't expecting as much like just flavor to the guy, you know. Because like a lot of these, like again, like a lot of these live action shows or movies, use Dragon Ball Evolution as an example. The horrid amount of dog trash shit nightmare that was, and I think we can only go up from there. If you, as long as whatever they trying to make live action ain't like Dragon Ball Evolution, I think the future is promising. So they definitely kudos in that part for them. Casting was pretty good. Costume and makeup, they doing a thing. They definitely whoever behind costume and makeup design, they definitely like killing it. Casting, maybe casting as well. Pretty good job of that. They kind of like speed ran through the whole the arc of the kingdom, the Drum Kingdom or whatever it's called. But I mean, it kind of is what it is. They skimmed over some parts. Felt like they left too soon. Uh, Chopper's backstory was pretty. They did a good job of interpreting that. They more or less took almost every beat from the manga, which was like pretty cool. Even like the guy who played I forgot the doctor's name. Whatever. I'll just leave like a little note or something. The doctor who took in Whopper and adopted him. He did a good job. They did a good job as far as like costume makeup with him. There weren't any bear rabbits, which I think they were called bear rabbits or whatever the hell they were. They didn't have them, which was unfortunate. I thought that would have brought a lot more like danger to it, but they probably would have had to add like a couple more episodes, and they did add the bear rabbits, but still though, a little bit upsetting because it's like as far as like the world building, you kind of get to see like I don't think they've actually shown well besides the phone snails. We haven't seen too many like crazy animals because One Piece they've definitely got a diverse wildlife, so to say. We had the whale. The whale was kind of cool. We didn't get a whale fight.
Luffy? お前、俺の特等席に一体何してくれたんだ
But I thought they handled it pretty okay. Still, though, I was kind of hoping we got a whale fight, but yeah. I don't know. That budget might not be up there, but hey, it's whatever. Another gripe. Episode 8, there was like a Sanji scene. I thought that kind of like it seemed like way too emotional at the time. Like I don't think they really needed that. Like, just didn't. I feel like it kind of like messed up the flow of the episode and the character development a little bit. Like, I mean, I don't think it like hurt the show, but like still, it's just too emotional. do need to step up the Luffy fights. The Luffy fights. Every time I think about the fights in Luffy and One Piece, Spider-Man 2 just keeps popping up in my head. I don't know why, but I think like Spider-Man 2 is definitely like will always be like probably one of the best Spider-Man movies ever made, regardless of whatever universe they try to skip or jump to. Everything, train scene, just the good balance of CG. They need to put like a little bit more CG in these fights, man. Like these One Piece fights supposed to be a lot more like gritty and it's like blood and stuff. And you know, like even in the first season, I didn't really like. Well, this is my first time really talking about One Piece, but in the first season, the Mihawk fight, Zoro like was damn near close to having his guts fly out. So like there's a part where it's like he's bleeding everywhere and wasn't just barely like any blood. So yeah, they it's still pretty mature. So while you know it's got like its fun stuff, it's definitely recommended. At least I think just the values are a little bit different, you know, stateside. It coming from Japan because you know they got like different everybody, you know, just different standards, different folks, different strokes. So they probably I can get why they toned the blood down and all that stuff. But still though, you know, like we already here. So you know, like hey, it's, it's just like, hey, like well maybe I ain't saying we gotta be we gotta have berserk out here or anything like that, but you know we can get a little bit more messy. You know, just gotta tighten up these fights, man. Like it's and me personally, like the biggest thing I used to hate One Piece, but it grew on me. Yeah, that's a story for another time. But the biggest thing about One Piece is a little bit symbolic when the captains when Luffy fights are very symbolic because like it's him he's breaking ground. It's not so much like he just beating a dude up. It's like this dude had a whole ideal and all this bullshit that he was read that this dude thought he was like justified to do and then Luffy showed up, shut him down and you know like it ain't like that no more. So yeah, when he take out a captain is like it's a whole like new rules are being established. So like they're Luffy fights are important. Not saying everybody else's fights ain't important, but it's like you know like it's a whole thing. Like captain got to fight the captain. It's like the boss got to fight the boss. You know, it's like it's a whole thing. Like it's honor and all that other shit. But all right, still though, you know it's pretty good. I give it like a season was like an 8 out of 10. You know, so still that's high for me. It's very high. So yeah, might have to make a point list or whatever. It's a good B, but I might put out a list eventually, a tier list or something. Um, what else? I've been watching Fist of the North Star. Which is the old one, the original one, and yeah, dude, it is so violent. It is so violent. It is so violent. I've been watching it sub. I definitely think that we need a Shin Fist of the North Star. I was hoping to make this short. Reason being is that like while the action, the manga, even when was being translated into an anime, was like just pretty much just all action and violence and like well 90% action, violence, and like 10% story, 10% story and character development. So there wasn't like too much like depth and definitely think that yeah they could definitely use a more like updated storyline, you know, like with the times, because it's like there's a lot of places like this story could have gone. Like everybody, if you don't know, like the whole series was like post-apocalyptic, nuclear war, but like all the bad guys was like retarded or something. Like I think the radiation or something made everybody dumb and a little bit gay. And I say this because like every single time, like the amount of violence Kenshiro inflicts on people is like absurd. Like a dude of his talents should not have to keep fighting people every single place he goes. Like one person whose head blows up and if it's witnessed by somebody, they should like tell somebody like, hey dude, is this one guy, if he punches you, your head will blow up. Like, do not fight him. Do not fuck with him at all. He not the one, bro. Don't play them games. If he come in, he just leave him alone. But nah, the word don't spread. Ain't no politics if it's a North Star. Like it's just hands all day, bro. Like niggas heads will blow up. They will watch their friends die, and then they will look at Kenshiro and be like, "I'm gonna take you out," and I'm like, bro, I'm just watching, dog. And it's like every episode, I'm like, I got numb to it. That's how often it happened. I think it was like 108 episodes. I watched like a lot of it. I skipped the filler arc, and I skipped a lot of the jobber fights. That's a lot of like every episode. There's like a new jobber, and they just it doesn't click. Like they keep. It's some dudes they stick. They get a couple hits in, but like at Wamo Shinderu,
何
like that's just how it is, man. But yeah, still though, you know, it was pretty enjoyable. Violent as hell, but still enjoyable. The timing is pretty interesting too because Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, or you know whatever they dropped. Game's been out for like about a year or two, but they just announced they're gonna add Kenshiro as a DLC, and I don't have the game, but I'm damn near probably about to buy this game just so I can play as Kenshiro, like for real, for real. Like y'all don't know, you know I mess with these fighting games. And on another tangent, speaking of fighting games, Tekken 8 Season 3 patch just dropped, and it's caused quite a stir. And I'll just say this much: people playing the game, they just like
What is this? Huh? This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
it's causing a stir in the Tekken community, man. I mean, we still got tournaments and stuff going on. I'm still watching a little bit, but it's even me. Like I'm still playing 7. I'm like, man, I'm probably missing out on 8. I should probably, maybe I should hop on 8. But then this patch drop and see how people react on it. I was like, maybe I should just keep playing 7 and just hang out over here. But I'm cool over here. They got their thing going over there. There's some killers on Tekken 7, man. It's some real killers on Tekken 7, and I'm still out here thugging it. I can't get past I'm trying to get past Grandmaster on rank, but so people be out here, they be putting some extra stuff on their computer. So if you know what I mean, but compared to what was going on in Tekken 8, I think I might be all right. Yeah, but I digress. Speaking of Namco Bandai games, I just picked up Soul Calibur 6, so I'm about to like just check that out. I played it for like a little bit. Actually, accidentally, I was laughing with 2B, two butt cheeks. I was laughing and I accidentally like put on a rank match standby or something, and I got into a match and I had no idea what I was doing, but like thankfully it was set for Mitsurugi, and the dude I was playing with, he had like a Cervantes custom character. I fucked him up. It was 3-0, and I was like, I felt good about myself. Then I got right back off. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna lab a little bit more, but thankfully, it's a good sign though. Like the Caliber online community is still alive, so that's cool. Gotta figure that out. What else? K-pop Demon Hunters. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters like a little over a month ago. My little homie, he was just like, I was watching my little homie. We was just chilling, and he was like, he kind of brought it up. He was like, "Hey man, I was like, what you want to watch? He was like, give me like some K-pop Demon Hunters. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, whatever, man. I haven't seen it anyway. Let's check it out. So we watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and it was okay, man. The movie was like a C. It was a C, dog. Like I heard so much hype, and to finally watch it, like it was okay, but I think they said like a lot of people when they critique it, they say that the first act was skipped, and that's definitely apparent because like these characters they just show up and they just already doing the thing. You don't got any idea how they met, how they know each other, like how whatever their social relationship is, and they just killing demons. You don't know where the fuck the demons came from, and it's just I don't like in the music. All right, okay, like the movie does kind of like show it's an honest movie for the most part, for the simple fact that it came out on Netflix first and it didn't come out in theaters. All right, so that kind of like shows you like they had to. It was tight, but it wasn't tight enough, So they didn't they didn't have that extra sauce on it to kind of get a theatrical release initially. So I can give them that. This is a Netflix movie, so like it's cool, but it ain't all the way there, but it's kind of there. So, but they should have put the extra polish on it. Should have put the extra polish on it. Golden was supposed to be. This is just me. The Golden was supposed to be the song that they sing at the end of the movie when they fight the final boss. Spoiler alert. Like that should have been the final. That should have been the song. Like they start singing that, then they all just beat the dude up, and then they actually take us Golden. It's supposed to be like one of like the hit song from the movie, but like the song kind of tapers off at the end, and that's just me. Like I don't really like it. It tapers off at the end. It starts off like yeah we're golden, and it turns into like oh yeah I'm emo, and they get a little bit emo at the end, and yeah, yeah. I think in my lifetime, I think like the top movie with probably like the best hit soundtrack song would probably be "Let It Go," man. It was. I don't think it ain't Golden. Ain't no Let It Go, but again, they just needed that little polish on it. But the movie was alright. It was alright. It was alright. Now they got like a McDonald's K-pop Demon Hunters meal, which is kind of weird because it's been like damn near almost a year before the movie came out. Now they just want to do. Now they doing a McDonald's collaboration. I don't know what it's some. I don't. The algorithm is getting like we not all like on the same page. Like we not everybody ain't really on the same page like that anymore. Like YouTube, like they got rid of the trending feature mostly because like people trying to finesse the algorithm. Now they got the hype thing, so you don't know what like the thing is unless you do like other deeper research that everybody has like collectively agree is like cool. So that's my 2 cents. But I digress. It's okay. I don't think people should really just get caught up in the hype because I mean I know where it could go. I don't think it's gonna go that far. Like we, especially here in the States, we already low key kind of like past the whole boy band thing, and they could kind of like get the teens and try to do that shit. But like we already like we lived through fucking everything, like Spice Boys, I mean Spice Girls, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Boys the Men, fucking B2K, fucking 98 Degrees. Don't nobody remember them. Fucking Menudo. Fucking what's they called? Whatever. Bobby Brown's group, New Edition. So like Jackson 5. Like I mean, if they could, hey, if you got it, you got it. All right, but Moving on. I mean, if you got it, you got it. Hey, bro, can't complain. Hey, bro, like some people, if you got it, you got it. You can bring the heat. Bring the heat. Another note. I watched the season finale of Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. I think it's Tojima Tanzaburo. I might be mispronouncing that, but yeah, he wants to be a Kamen Rider. That show was pretty cool. A lot of plot holes, but like it had a nice balance of action and character development. A lot of violent. Equal rights, equal fights. Like everybody was getting it, so that was kind of cool for the to me. A little bit of fan service, which was definitely unexpected. But plus, I fucks with Kamen Rider, so that was pretty cool too. So, and the show it had heart. I can definitely say that much. Show had heart. It was a raw love letter to the Kamen Rider series, among other things, and I definitely. It was real cool to see, man. Like a lot of passion definitely went into it. I think you couldn't have been part of this production whatever if you didn't share any of the ideals of any of the characters that were actually in the story, or at least had some kind of interest in it for the most part. So you get a lot of love went into it, and definitely shows. Cause like them plot holes, man, like it's so many plot holes. But by the end of the season, I was like, I can wait a little bit longer. Like I'm invested, but I need answers. But this is pretty okay. But y'all need to kind of like explain what's going on. Like if y'all gonna keep doing this, cause I'm not gonna. I can't go all the way. Like I'm in, but like I'm not gonna stay. Like I got one foot in, okay. But if these plot holes don't get answered, like I'm out. I'm out, man. Like I'm definitely I'm get like as you get older, bro. Like you definitely you ain't got time. You realize where your time is going. You get more. If you young and you listening to it, the older you get, the more considerate you get of your time. Okay, and I'll just leave it at that. Steel Ball Run drop. I got a lot of emotions about that. I've been waiting like over 10 years for Steel Ball Run to come out, and it finally dropped. And what was it? It was like a week or two ago, and episode one dropped, but episode two was like, to my knowledge, still being worked on, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. Like that's just crazy. Like I've been rocking with JoJo since the re-release back in I've been rocking with the Phantom Blood, and I don't it was never really an issue up until now. So I don't know, man. Like they could have waited a little bit to polish it up. Like that's just fucking weird. I don't know what kind of shenanigans is going on with that. I hope they get it squared away though. But moving on. Like I got so many emotions, but I'm probably gonna make a manga episode after this. So we'll just stay tuned. It's coming. It's coming. Tell y'all some stuff I've been reading. Lanterns, the movie had an issue. This happened a while back. I think something like the production of Lanterns, and they not calling it Green Lanterns, and the dude who made it issued like a statement about like being putting green on the lanterns is like so old, outdated or something like that, which is like dumb as fuck. And fucking Grant Morrison made a comment. Grant Morrison, he that dude, bro. Grant Morrison and put in work. If y'all don't know who Grant Morrison is, y'all need to look him up, man. I still got to get through his catalog, but he up there as far as like comic book everything. Um, but he made a comment. It was like just more or less just like put Holly like just he put everything out there. He's like, look, man, like y'all been fucking up in Hollywood for quite some time, and y'all keep getting jackasses to make this stuff instead of giving it the real attention it deserves. Y'all just keep getting these fucking dipshits. He didn't use that language, but he more or less just expressed something that we all know. That we all know. If you like comics and you've had you've Dragon Ball Evolution. Dragon Ball Evolution is absolutely terrible, and that will always be the baseline for me. Dragon Ball Evolution. But anyways, well, we also had the first Green Lantern movie. I think all things considered, the first Green Lantern movie, they weren't ready, man. They weren't ready, dog. It's just some people they stuck to the formula, the default formula to make a decent movie. And I tell people this, if Green Lantern had came out like the way it did in like the '90s, the late '90s, it would have been a good movie. But like people already passed that shit. That shit ain't like whatever formula they was using was very outdated. And poor Ryan Reynolds, I mean, he got his paycheck, but yeah, it just wasn't sticking. Just wasn't a hit. But thankfully, he got redeemed. He put forth the effort. He got to be Deadpool. I don't know what the fuck going on with his career right now, but he gave a good performance. I'll say that much. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, like lanterns, they tried to like change the costume, and that's me personally, that's absolutely stupid. First of all, there's so many directions. Ain't nobody did a good Green Lantern movie yet. So like it's a lot of free real estate, okay? And there's other lanterns. There's red lanterns, there's blue lanterns, and you're gonna just make a lanterns and take the green out of it? Like, whoa. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy, man. Like, I don't know. People be up here. I'm telling you, man. These drug decisions, man. Drug decisions. It's not like Marvel already like the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I'm using that example. I don't give a fuck. Like I never gave a fuck about the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I watched the movie and I'm like, okay, y'all caught my interest. I ain't really read the comics, but I'm probably gonna check them out. But like they got my interest. Okay, the movies all been good, but it's like the fact that James Gunn put the sauce on it and got it to work is a testament in itself. So hey, what's next? Like just like how like the thing is out there. Like like the blue. Take some notes. Take some notes. Um. Oh, on another note, X Men. I remember the X Men trailer dropped a while back. While we talking about comic book movies, with being questionable ethics, well, questionable production. X Men. I never really enjoyed the Bryan Singer X Men movies. I'm just putting that out there, man. And the reason being is because the Bryan Singer X Men movies all had one thing in common, right? And that is Wolverine. Okay, I like Wolverine now, and I like X Men. Okay, but if you gonna make a movie and the whole movie is just like, okay, X Men 1, I call that Wolverine 1. X Men 2, I call that Wolverine 2. X Men 3, United We Stand, or whatever the fuck it was called, that's Wolverine 3. Then we had the Wolverine. Then we had Logan. Like, you get where I'm going with this? Like, it's just like all the movies. Like X Men has a diverse cast. It's a lot of stuff you could have went with that. Like, and it never hit with me. Like it just never hit with me, man. I thought like even like Hugh Jackman, he's an excellent actor. He did a good job. He made the character his own, and as a testament to that, the fact that he's like 6 feet tall and he's playing Wolverine, and people are like, "I'm cool with this," is like, if you read the comics or you watch like the animated series, like Wolverine ain't that tall, but like Hugh Jackman did such a good job, and he just we like, hey, bro, like it's like Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man now. He's about to he might end up being Doctor Doom, but he's definitely Iron Man. I can say that much. But yeah, he made the character his own. So it's cool. Still kind of weird, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's one of those weird kind of casting directions where you're like, I don't really know if you should really, and then it just kind of works out. So yeah, I'm trying to think of other like in a Hulk. When I found out that Edward Norton was playing the Incredible Hulk, I was like, I don't Fight Club, dude. I'm like, I don't really know. But then I watched the Incredible Hulk, and I was like, okay, yeah, he gave a stellar performance. Never came back. Mark Ruffalo, he cool, but like Edward Norton, I mean, he didn't really have the look, but he did a good job. Didn't really have the look of a Bruce Banner, but he did, because the Hulk they didn't look like they had anything. They didn't share a lot of features when he transformed. So that was my only real issue with the movie. Other than that, very good movie. But yeah, X Men. I'll probably make another video about that. Um, what else? I watched Invincible while we on comic book stuff. Watched Invincible, the animated series, season 4, episode 4, which was like a week before filming this podcast, and I'm probably about to drop Invincible. Okay, the animated series, and the reason being is it was something about the Satan being a superhero. It felt like a lot of like oddly placed Kool-Aid to me, and I was just watching it, and I'm like, because they've already made some like I fucks with the comics. Unfortunately, about a few years ago, I had a #1 Invincible #1 autographed by Robert Kirkman, first edition, graded. Had to sell that shit for a lot less than what I really could have got. Hurt my soul a little bit, but we move on. But that's how much Like I like Invincible. Okay, the comics, the Invincible. Robert Kirkman in general, he kind of got me back into comics, because I had really like just given up on like superheroes. I was like, this is the same shit all over again. Then Invincible came, and then I had a buddy. Forever thank him, wherever he may be. God bless that dude. I hope he doing well. Put me on, and I've been a fan like ever since. But this animated series and that last episode, it's not really working with me, man. Not really working with me. And even like when they did have Damien Darkblood, like in the first season, they got rid of him. They had like a whole like little fucking pentagram and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, it's too much shit going on right now, bro. Like, this is just me. Like, I'm overloaded. I'm just tired of bullshit. Like right now, like I got like I'm at my bullshit limit. Okay, I'm at my bullshit limit. And if there's anybody watching this and they trying to come at me with some bullshit, like I'm at my limit, dog. I don't need any more bullshit, man. So I'm probably just gonna, I'm chilling out on Invincible right now, man. I don't know if I might go back and watch the rest of this season, but like I don't even want to think about it, man. Like it was just odd, and then the whole little arc or whatever with him helping Satan didn't even happen in the comics, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who is this for? Like, ugh. On the side note, DOROHEDORO is back. Ugh. Back in the anime, let me see. I watched Fire Force. Fire Force had a perfect ending. I'll say that much. Very, very perfect ending. I was remember reading the manga. I fucked with it. You know, I was a fan of Soul Eater. Um, Perfect ending. It played out so well. It was animated great. The pacing was cool. At this point, I think only we need now is either, if not a sequel, Soul Eater Brotherhood would be very nice because towards the end of like the production of Soul Eater, it kind of like the manga wasn't finished, so it kind of like had like a little filler arc element to it. And eventually we got a sequel, which was Soul Eater Not, but even that like Soul Eater Not was like kind of weird, like it's a weird juxtaposition to the original Soul Eater because it followed other characters and it didn't really have too much of impact on the actual story. Like it didn't really add anything, but it kind of gave you like another lens to like another part of the world. So yeah, that was interesting, but it wasn't like just it was cool. It was cool. It ain't really had that heat though. It was cool and cute, and but yeah, other stuff. I ain't gonna, I ain't hating on it. It was you got Soul Eater. I'll say that much. Also, on another note, Chainsaw Man ended the manga that is, which is fucking weird to me. Just kind of like just hey, things. Chainsaw Man, I fucked with Chainsaw Man. Like, went to the movie. I got like merch. I got a copy. I keep a copy of Manga Volume 11. I keep a copy of Manga Volume 11, man. Looking forward to getting some more stuff, but yeah, it ended. And it felt like really just abrupt. I mean, I'm not too like hurt, or missiled, not too missiled by it, but I feel like it still had a lot more longevity. Maybe the mangaka, he hasn't. I haven't looked up any interviews or anything. Might have like burnout or something, but like Chainsaw Man, like it's like after the first arc, I felt like dude could really just do whatever he want. I'm like, I'm cool with it, bro. Like that's just me. But hey, it is what it is, man. Sometimes we a lot of people don't think that, but or share the same sentiment. But we watch or we invest in stories to see how they end. So yeah, it is what it is. Hell's Paradise anime. The season ended. I have no complaints. I've been waited years for the initial anime release because I'd read the manga for like quite some time. I finished it, and then the anime dropped like maybe like 3-4 years later. No complaints. I'm looking forward to seeing the end whenever the next season drops, which might be like in a year or two. Yeah, it's upset that it's like a lot of shows in my current show rotation are just like done. I don't really got none. Well, Invincible was like the headliner in my rotation this season, but yeah, it ain't like that no more. So I'm definitely looking forward. I got some empty spots left that I'm looking forward to filling. I need, like having a good 3 new shows a week, or whatever. That's cool with me. That's ooh, ah, you know. One, like all right, I can deal with it, but 3, yeah, that's 3 is like a good sweet spot. Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched the end of the current season. I watched the last episode, and y'all know, like in episode 2, like I said, my little 2 cents. about Jujutsu Kaisen. This is dumb as fuck. This is dumb as fuck. And it keeps going, and my disappointment just continues to grow. And I'm like, oh, it's over, man. It's super over. It is so over, man. And how I felt about like the manga and everything, but I checked out the last episode. Animation was like top notch. Like they did an awesome job. I don't know how much money they put into it, but yeah, it was very well spent. I don't think the staff got as hold as they did in previous seasons. If they did, I hope they get that figured out. But yeah, it was cool. I'm still not like I'm not in anymore. So like like this next season or whatever gonna drop, but I ain't really like too. I'm very indifferent. Like it was good, but like I'm. Modelo, y'all don't know, there is a sequel, the spiritual successor to Jujutsu Kaisen was Jujutsu Kaisen Modelo. Might be mispronouncing that, but yeah, that dropped. It took a very strange direction. That ended like a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago. And it was like a band-aid, it was like it was the band-aid on Jujutsu Kaisen, like a little DLC pack, and I mean, I had some good times with Jujutsu Kaisen, man, but it's just like the landing was not stuck. Wasn't stuck. I think Homeboy could have probably took like a hiatus, but like again, some people, we see stories, see how they end. I felt like we could have some other directions that story could have went, but I'll say my thoughts. I still wish, I wish Gage the best. It'd be hard out here, dog. So I know, like writing and doing like being a mangaka isn't, it ain't, it's not a breeze. Like it's a lot of work. It can get very stressful. You're drawing art. I know what it's like to draw art when you're under pressure, under a deadline. And then you gotta come up with new stuff like every week, and then you gotta like please your audience and do all this and that, and then you compete with other people, like like things could get pretty little, a lot of tensions could get real high. So wishing them the best. All right, we're getting to the end, y'all. Baki Do finished Baki Do. First half, I guess it's gonna be split in like two halves. It was pretty cool. Like like the animation seemed even like I feel like they stepped it up a little bit. I am curious to see if they're gonna explore the booty warrior arc.
And you two, you're lucky you are on a path of redemption. Otherwise, I'd clap both your cheeks too.
You wouldn't.
Oh really? Come here, Cell, and come take my cells.
Oh God, we gotta get out of here.
Huh? What is that clapping?
if y'all don't know, because I think if I remember correctly, in the Bakido manga, I think it was revealed about some Yujiro's sexual preferences, and it kind of like started some stuff online, and I don't know if they're gonna put that in the anime. They do. Courage. Courage, man. Y'all don't know. You know what? I'm gonna just say it. If y'all don't know, Yujiro he's so strong that even like he don't give like he's stronger than LGBT. He's so strong in the manga. His lore is that he sees everybody as a woman, and one day he crossed paths with some dude, and he took this dude's cheeks, and the dude never been with another dude, but Yujiro just took him. So hey man, who knows? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to. So some people might say it might tarnish Yujiro's legacy as of being a demon, but you know, I don't know, man. That's some demon shit right there to just see take a heterosexual male and just and it just attack and attack him in such a way that the man actually enjoyed it. Crazy world, man. Crazy world. Mahito no slave. Yeah, I've been watching that. The season ended for that. It's an R plus show. I be watching some R plus stuff, man. I be looking at some very sexually explicit stuff, man. But like, I'm older, like it's just some women, there's women out here they reading Zane and 58 Shades of Grey or whatever the fuck it's called. Like it is what it is, bro. So yeah, it ended. It's very well. It's good series, man. Very well written stories. I like the way the characters are handled, character development, the action, sexy time, just very good, just top notch, man. Top notch. It's always getting better. It's crazy. It's top notch, no complaints. Yeah. Fate Strange Fake. I've been watching that. I don't know what the fuck is going on. The Fate Strange Fake. I remember I watched Fate Zero and maybe another Fate back in the day. I don't know. It's cool. It's interesting, but I don't know what's going on. Like they just people talking in fucking metaphors and poems and stuff happening. People blowing up, people dying. I don't know what the fuck's going on. No, up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left. Who knows? But it's the animation's good and it's all right. It's enough to hold my attention, but I might. I don't think you never if I don't think any Fate you can't follow Fate. I'm gonna just leave it at that. He just got a good video breaking down the Fate series, but even that is like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. If y'all go down a rabbit hole, more power to you. Yeah, that's pretty much stuff I've been watching. Oh, I forgot to mention I've been watching like old school. I've been watching Kamen Rider. I've been watching OG Kamen Rider. That's been dope. Tajima wants to be a Kamen Rider, kind of like whatever. I feel like that's part of the agenda of that series is to get you to like check out the old school shit. It worked. I've been watching the old school series, but also I've been watching like the new Kamen Rider ZEZTZ. I didn't start from the beginning. I kind of just jumped in the middle of it just to see how things were. Production wise, it's pretty good. And the fact that it's interesting to watch the contrast of like the OG 1970 Kamen Rider to the current 2026 Kamen Rider, and just see how much the series has like changed and grown and all that other stuff and special effects. Like this is yeah, it's interesting, man. Yeah, but that's been cool. Like it's pretty dope. It's a nice little concept. If you don't know, check it out. I think they stopped Super Sentai. Super Sentai is like done. I don't have all the details. I believe in like creative power. Like if you came up with some shit, I don't think anybody can like people can try to duplicate it, but it ain't gonna be the same. Like it's like if somebody writes a story and somebody else tries to like take up the mantle, like it'll be you're getting the story, but you're not getting the original experience. That's just me. There's some current examples, like I hate to bring it up, man, but like Berserk, for instance. But I like where it's going. I don't think like I know I'm not really gonna get the full experience if Mura was still alive and writing it, but for the most part, like I think, yeah, I'm still cool with it. I'm still cool with it. I think stuff like that, like even Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. I think we cool. I don't need any more Dragon Ball Z. Like any like as far as like new stuff, or even like a new manga or anything, or at least set in like this current timeline. I think we might have to do like some. If there's gonna be some new Dragon Ball Z stuff by Toyotaro. We might have to do like some new alternate timeline reality type shit. I think the story of our treasured heroes is pretty much like complete for the most part. I got ideas. I might talk about that. I'll probably manga episodes coming up, so y'all just stay tuned. If you like manga and all that other shit, I'll tell y'all some not everything, but I'll tell y'all some stuff I've been watching. But other than that, man, thank you for watching. If you like, like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. You can go to my blog, unoism.net, and yeah, just stay tuned for some more stuff, man. Like I'm in it, y'all. I'm in it for life. So like, regardless, even if I take like a little break or whatever, trust me, bro. Like I'm working. I'm working. Y'all ain't seen everything yet, but it's coming, dog. So like I ain't got nothing. Like this is it. Like I'm here. I am here until otherwise. So yeah. So stay tuned. Yeah, stay cool and be well.